Shalom, Kahalo Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elder apostles of GMS, including the elders that came before them that taught us this truth. And shalom, the salutations to all the brethren that push the word of truth and in sincerity, the hopeful elect tabernacle of David. I'm the brother Yahshua with back with the WW3 Daily update. All right, and we can try to keep this as short as possible, but the Most High is gathering the troops. All right, and nobody can stop this thing. All right. Joel 3:9, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war. Wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up, beat your plowshares into swords, and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. All right? That's what's going on. All right, let's watch this real quick. This is May 12th, a couple of days ago. Today is the 16th. So this is 4 days ago. Russia warned. Now look at the times again. 4 days ago, right? Russia warns of response to Finland NATO entry. All right, this is France 24 English. So watch this.
Daniel, good afternoon. It looks like Finland and Sweden are set to join or apply to join NATO. What more is Russia saying on this issue?
Well, the response from Russia, predictably, has been highly negative. The presidential spokesman, WW3 Peskov, saying that Russia will take this bid for NATO membership by Finland as a definitive security threat to Russia. The Russian Ministry of Foreign Affairs also releasing a statement saying that this is a radical change in the country's foreign policy and the policy of military neutrality, which has assured stability in the region for decades. That Helsinki has failed to heed Russia's assurances of goodwill, that there will be no threat from Moscow, accusing Finland also of breaching the 1992 treaty between Moscow and Finland, which pledged for the two countries to respect each other's borders and not use military force, and leaving the ending really quite ambiguous, that Russia reserves the right to retaliate, to respond using military, technical, and other measures as well. And that.
Okay, so he's talking real fast, but this right here says, Russia's foreign ministry says will be forced to respond to the beast enlarging itself and surrounding, right, the Medes, if you will.
Very much the rhetoric from Russian lawmakers as well. Deputy State Duma Deputy Vyacheslav Nikolov, for one, saying that any NATO military bases, military deployments on Russia's borders will be seen as a target for Russian strikes, even Russian nuclear strikes. These sort of words, this sort of rhetoric from some lawmakers in Russia is, of course, due to be taken with a pinch of salt, but nevertheless, the message is clear. That fundamental relationship between Russia, its neighbouring European states, that relationship will be fundamentally altered. This will be the biggest geopolitical shift in the region.
This will be the biggest geopolitical shift in the region. He said, oh, well, we can take it with a grain of salt. They're downplaying it, right? And this is the West. They're sitting here downplaying. Look, France 24. They're saying, don't worry, he's bluffing.
Decades should that membership bid go ahead. And, of course, it looks increasingly likely that it will do so.
Daniel, shouldn't President Vladimir Putin have foreseen this reaction from neighboring states? Because his worst nightmare is coming true. He's getting more NATO.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Jens Stoltenberg, NATO Secretary General, said at the very beginning of this conflict that Russia wanted less NATO at its borders. It is going to get more NATO, exactly the opposite.
Who can make war with the beast? What's the answer to that? Who can make war with the... Well, NATO and the EU are the beast. Who can make war? Well, Vlad. Vlad can make war with the beast.
And the Kremlin, Vladimir Putin, have repeatedly invoked the image, the spectre of invasions on Russia's western border, the historical invasions, whether that's the Russian Empire's conflicts with the Polish, the Lithuanian Empire, the Teutonic Knights, later on Napoleon, World War II, the Great Patriotic War. Those have been repeatedly invoked to explain and to some extent to justify certain Russian foreign policies and domestic policies as well, that image of the NATO enemy. As the Finnish president, Sauli Niinisto, said on Wednesday, though, Vladimir Putin needs to look in the mirror if Finland does decide to join NATO. That's the view from Helsinki, at least.
This was 4 days ago, remember that?
The Russian former president, now deputy chairman of the Security Council, Dmitry Medvedev, has said that a nuclear-free Baltic states is out of the question if this goes ahead. What measures Russia could take, we can speculate on, but it's clear that Russia will provide some sort of response to these NATO membership bids by Finland and potentially in future Sweden as well.
They're dancing around it, making it sound like a Cupid doll. Okay.
Though perhaps it's worth taking some positivity from the words of the presidential spokesman Dmitry Peskov, who earlier said that a direct confrontation with NATO would be catastrophic and has to be avoided at all costs.
They say that while they're building up surrounding Russia. Crazy.
All eyes, of course, on that membership bid, which could be expedited to a matter of weeks as opposed to months or years, according to NATO, and, of course, Russia's response in the coming months as well.
Okay, so this was 4 days ago, and this is today. Expedited weeks? What are you talking about? Let's look at this. All right, this is the Sun. This is today. May 16th, today. Russia deployed, okay, because Finland, let's read this. Russia started deploying nuclear missiles toward its border with Finland in wake of the nation's bold NATO bid. Okay, so I'm not sure that they accepted yet, but they're pushing forward with this thing. They're pushing Vlad. Vlad said, all right, well, let's see what's going to happen with it. Russia deploys nuke missiles to border with Finland in chilling threat over country's NATO bid. All right, this is today. Here's his response 4 days later. As soon as the president of Finland said they were joining NATO, a whole division of Iskanders, nuclear missiles,
Финляндии сказать, что они вступают в НАТО. Целый дивизион Искандеров в количестве
7 of them, a division is moving towards Voivod,
это дивизион
close to the Russian-Finnish border.
и новой техники движется в сторону Выборга. Вот
Looks
новая
like a
воинская
new
часть
military
Выборги
unit
сейчас
is about
походу
to be
и
formed in
образуется.
Voivod,
Ну,
northern
под Выборгом
region.
где-то. Потому что
All
техника
equipment
нулячая
is
идет.
new. Ural trucks are
Уральчики
driving.
он технику перегоняет.
So,
Так что готовьтесь, финики,
get ready, Finns, to
к
join.
вступлению в НАТО. Да, походу он
Ural 7
машины
Iskanders. Looks
обеспечения,
like
прям
the
новые
military
Уралы
unit is being.
гонят. 7 Искандеров.
This is today.
Походу идет формирование новой воинской части.
Well done.
Молодцы.
What is going on here? Let's get Proverbs. See, Vlad signed on to the NWO. They all did. But then something happened. Uh-oh. What is it? Is it Proverbs? Oh. $21. It's Proverbs 21 and 1. Why did I think it was 12? The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord. As the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will. Well, who's the king? The king of Russia is Vlad. His heart meaning his mind. Let's prove that. Let's see. Right here, good news. Good news translation. The Lord controls the mind of a king as easily as he directs the course of a stream. What? What did that say? What is this? What does this say? Mind what? Control. MK. Who's the king of all mind control? Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah is the king of MK Ultra. It's not MK Ultra, it's MK Supreme. The Most High can send in a Manchurian candidate. Vlad is a Manchurian candidate right now. All right? Well, doesn't he have every right to do what he's doing right now? Let's look at this. I saw this earlier on this fool. We got to watch this fool. What's his name? Paul and Adrian. Where's Paul and Adrian? Right here. I saw this earlier. Bear with me while I search this out. Salakia. See if I can find it. It's not showing me. Come on. Come on.
That's why
Oh. It is not letting me scroll. Let's see. See, the devil is with her. The devil's monitoring me as he does. I watch him take away views. I'm like, okay, I get it.
Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell led a congressional
Slovakia. Let's see. Where was that at? Look how long it's taken to buffer. Look at this. Maybe I can find it somewhere else. Let's see. So usually it shows the picture as it's scrolling. It ain't showing nothing. I should have set it up. Bear with me. See if I can find this. Let me see. Exactly, damn fool. Where's, let me see if I can find this. Yeah, see, they're hiding it 5 days ago. Here we go, right here. Look at this. What is this? I got this on Paul. What is this? All right. Well, Vlad said that he's in the Ukraine to do what? To denazify the Ukraine, right? Look at this. July 2nd, 2020. What? Finland retires what? What is this? Finland's Air Force drops swastika after a century of use. So they just took this down knowing that they were coming into this war. Look at this. Finnish swastika has had absolutely nothing to do with fascism or Nazism. It was a good luck. Come on, devil. You think somebody's stupid? It was a good luck sign and was adopted well before Hitler and the Nazis. Wouldn't they have taken it down a long time ago in 45? Okay, so what's coming out right now is in Eastern Europe. There's a whole bunch of Nazis over there, openly being Nazis. What did Vlad say he was doing in the Ukraine? Denazifying the Ukraine. Well, and then it said Poland is next in line for denazification. Well, it looks like he's got a lot of work to do, does it not? Let's watch this. What does this mean? Finland's Air Force Command has stopped using the swastika emblem after more than a century. A century! They only stopped 2 years ago, knowing that they were about to be exposed. See, everything done in the dark is good. What is this? What does this mean? Wait a minute. Wasn't Finland working with old Schicklgruber? You believe that? You believe that? Like the Red Baron over here. Come on now. The truth is coming out. The Azov Battalion, are they not Nazis? But we're supposed to believe, oh, this is just for good luck. Never trust your enemy. What did that say until 1945? What? Until 45, all Finnish Air Force planes were, right, and then you took them down? No, you used it right up until 2 years ago, knowing that this conflict was coming up and you're trying to hide it now. It should have been over in 45. What sense does this make? Are you going to say how they were working together? All right, so we're just looking at some things. It says Poland next in line for D. See if I can do this in a see if something comes up. Right here, look, 2 days ago. What's going on? Are Ukraine's Azov fighters Putin's neo-Nazis? What's going on here? What's all this with Nazism? Putin madness targets Poland. Warsaw next in line for denazification of what? Of Russia. Of the Russia. What is going on? Okay, let's look at this.
Welcome back to UK News Channel, a place that provides you with information about the UK every day. We look forward to helping you get more information. If you find it interesting and useful, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe channel. Putin madness targets Poland. Warsaw next in line for denazification of the Russia. A Russian official has proposed Poland to be the next country targeted after Ukraine for denazification. Russia's State Duma deputy proposed to put Poland next in line for denazification after Ukraine with a post on his Telegram account. Oleg Morozov is a member of the Kremlin's party United Russia's Superior Council and Duma deputy. It comes as the Russian authorities blocked the account of the Polish embassy in Moscow on Friday. The high-level Russian official wrote that a potential military operation against Poland would be a response to Warsaw's statement that Russia is a cancerous tumor. He wrote on Telegram, with its statements about Russia as a cancerous tumor and about the indemnity that we must pay to Ukraine, Poland encourages us to put it first in line for denazification after Ukraine. The Russian authorities blocked the accounts of the Polish embassy in Moscow as a retaliatory measure to the condemnation and sanctions. The State Duma's direct military threat against Poland came after the Polish Prime Minister, Mateusz Morawiecki, said in an article in The Telegraph that he considers the Russian world a cancer that poses a mortal threat to the whole of Europe. In a briefing on Friday, Kremlin spokesperson Dmitry Peskov attacked the Polish Prime Minister for calling to root out Russia's monstrous ideology. Mr. Peskov said, "This is the quintessence of that hatred towards Russians that has regrettably, like a metastasis, infected the entire Polish leadership and, in many ways, Polish society." In his article, Morawiecki compared Vladimir Putin with Adolf Hitler or Joseph Stalin.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I thought Nazi bad. Vlad claims to be fighting Nazis. And the places where he's going, they're flying the swastika claiming to be Nazis. They got Nazi tattoos. Azovstal in the Ukraine, just like he said, and now they're running up on Finland, and Poland is next. Wait a minute. There's something to what Vlad is saying. Somebody's lying. All right? Well, what we know is there's some serious infighting. See, this is what it was supposed to do. It's supposed to do this. Scroll. Anyway.
And said that he is more dangerous than them due to the advanced weapons at his disposal. Reacting to the article, Mr. Peskov said that this shocking statement, unfortunately, is hysterical and unacceptable. Warsaw has consistently argued for tougher Western sanctions on Moscow and has expelled 45 Russian diplomats, prompting a tit-for-tat response from Moscow. The Russian ambassador was doused with red paint by protesters on Monday as he laid a wreath at the Soviet military cemetery in Warsaw. Russia demanded an official apology and warned of further steps if it is not satisfied with Poland's response.
It is on and cracking, y'all. Why are they trying to say that he's the Nazi when he's out fighting Nazis? All right? And historically, it was Russia fighting the Nazis. They're still doing it, apparently. We can end it there. When is this? Is what, 3 days ago? What's going on? What's up with the Nazis? Okay, let's go back here real quick. Look at this. So, okay, that's 2 months ago. Putin's denazification goal aimed at white supremacists. What's going on? They're acting like Nazis don't exist. What was World War II all about? Putin says Ukraine run by band of drug addicts and neo-Nazis. Right? They call Zelensky, they call him the crackhead of Kiev. Oh, shit. Anyway, all right, so that's enough. Let's get one and then we'll close. Let's go to Revelation 11. You know where this is going. It's Revelation 11 and 14. Okay, because it's going to mention the second woe. The second woe is past. Wait, wasn't the second woe about denazification? Well, apparently it didn't work. First of all, you got Project Paperclip, where they took the Nazis back home on both sides, Americans and the Russians. So where did they go? Those are just the scientists. the hardliners, the National Socialists are still out there, clearly. And what is Vlad doing? All right. The second woe is past. That's World War II. Or is it? Yeah, it is. It just stated that. And behold, the third woe cometh quickly. Well, what is the third woe? Is it about Nazism? Apparently. That's what Vlad says. Vlad is out there fighting Nazis. And we see them. Okay? We see them. What's that? What is that? See how they covered it real quick? Wait a minute. Wait. Hold on. You covered that up too quick. Give me a good shot of it. What is that? Oh, that's just for good luck. When the devil is clearly lying to you. All right? Oh, well, we're not Nazis. Nigga, what is that? All right, so with that, we hope that the elect were edified, you brothers and few sisters. With that, we're going to say shalom.